Is so frazzled I can't even get my own YouTube channel correct. So I just got done watching the third and final debate. It still just blows my mind that only about 30 million people, give or take a few million, out of the 300 plus million in this country really wanted these two clowns up there. And I really feel that America lost, and with the way that America's a superpower, I think the world just lost. There was, God, just it's so hard to just organize my thoughts on the totality of the whole debate. Just frustrating. Just the whole thing is just frustrating. I mean, first of all, if we would have had, even though these two guys are way ahead in the polls as far as the parties go, Republicans and Democrats have far more than the independent parties or Libertarian or the Green Party. But I think that if we would have had those other two parties in here debating the whole time, if there wasn't these restrictions keeping them, I mean, it's not like we have 400 parties out there that have a huge backing that are going to compete with these guys. I think there would have been more substance to the whole debate system and this whole debate in general, as well as all the other debates, and it would have forced the issues, no matter what your stances are on issues, it would have forced all four of them to address these issues. And survival of the fittest, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. If you have the best plan and you can convince the people the best, hey, that's great. But when 300 million people do not want either one of these people up there, and this is what we have, who really loses? The majority of the people loses. So I don't know. They're both self-serving. One's better at hiding it. They're, depending on your definition of corruption, I think they're both guilty of some level of corruption, whether it's economic, political, mental, possibly, depending on who you're talking about. They're, it's really hard to, it's really hard. The whole situation stinks. Hillary Clinton has a PhD in law. She is a doctor of law. Doctor. So she knows how to dance around the law. Not just use it for her benefit, but dance around it. Trump is worth billions of dollars and can afford to pay people to dance around the law. And guess what? He has done it. So I don't see a lot of difference here. They're both saying, oh, I want to do different versions of the same thing. Nobody is making any revolutionary statements. And I'm not saying there needs to be a revolution or anything, but, subtle pushing and subtle nudging and hinting at making minor changes and stuff is all they really talk about. And the House and the Senate never agree on anything. And getting these two to get anything passed through either one of those, I probably have better odds at winning some form of lottery. And I don't even play the lottery. So anyways, I want to keep this, I don't want to rant forever. I just want to keep this kind of short. I don't know. I've watched clips of all the debates, and I've read snippets and stuff, and I followed some tweets. This is the first full one that I've watched. I think I missed a little bit of it, but I missed more of my evening watching this than I got out of watching this, and that's sad. I mean, we very possibly could have had the two best candidates up there, the most intellectual or the best thinkers or the best idea guys or the best anything. And although Trump says the greatest, I have the greatest YouTube channel. It's the greatest. I'm going to make it great again. You know? If I don't have a plan to implement, it doesn't mean anything. You know? So, I mean, there needs to be some substance behind details. And, you know, and I'm not supporting Trump and I'm not supporting Clinton, but building a wall is just, it's the equivalent of, we're getting overrun because we have a high deer population, so I'm going to personally go out and start clubbing them. That's not the solution. We need to have a more intellectual solution to stuff. And I'm not saying that Clinton is the answer to that. I'm not saying Trump is the answer to that. But I think that the subjects at hand are way more complicated than presented in these debates. And